Hey folks, welcome back to Guitars of the Week. My name is 3-Chord Dave and today we're going to talk about some cool guitars. But before we do any of that, please hit that subscribe button. It's important you do that because that helps. Hit the notification bell as well. Choose all notifications. You'll get a notification every time a video is uploaded. But more importantly, 3-Chord Dave Live happens every Saturday and we have some great fun on that. Also, there's been guitar giveaways and all kinds of things and some exclusive merch gets announced on there on a regular basis, so check it out. It's always a good time. Make sure you're subscribed. Now let's talk about guitars of the week. Every Friday I'm going to release a video where I go through about 5 guitars that I found on Reverb that are cool and you should consider picking up. The first one of those this week is this thing right here. It's an Epiphone Spotlight Nouveau from 1988. These were a very short-lived run from Epiphone. You can probably tell why. So they were made between 1988 and 1989. They kind of look like a PRS if you ask me. So yeah, they were shut down on this one. They were told, it was Gibson who were told, hey, cease and desist that, please. Actually, this guitar may have to be a guitar wish list episode in the near future, so we can go into more detail on these because they are kind of cool. Now, as you can see, they've got a very particular styling. They also have that snake bite headstock that Epiphone and Gibson used for a little bit. Not very often and very seldomly on models, but it's still a cool thing to have. It's got a mahogany body, a mahogany neck, and it's actually a neck through construction. So very cool stuff there. All the research I did for this show so far, it could only come up with that it's a composite fretboard, so no definitive answer there as to what it actually is. I will do more digging and find that out. You've got chevron inlays on this one, which is kind of interesting for the Epiphone and does look a little bird-like if you ask me, but hey, what would I know? So anyway, yeah, Gibson / Epiphone were shut down for these. These were actually made in Japan for Epiphone and very, very cool guitars, which, look, we'll talk about it more on the channel at some point. But at the moment, if you want to pick this one up on Reverb, and the links for all of these guitars will be in the description box as well. But if you wanted to pick this one up, it's only 879 euros, around about $900 there, I think. That's a steal. These are cool and there's not many of them about. As I said, they were only made for about 2 years. So definitely one to check out. And let's talk about the next one. Now, Guitar Wishlist is probably going to be mentioned a few times throughout this series because Guitars of the Week is going to be cool guitars that are available on Reverb. This number 2 this week is no exception. It is the Ibanez Destroyer 2. This is a guitar we featured on Guitar Wishlist a few weeks ago now, and this is a very cool example. As you can see, it's a cherry sunburst Explorer-like guitar. Now, if you want to find out more about this guitar, the model, how it exists, why it exists, and a little bit about it, check out Guitar Wishlist. The card will be up in the corner there. This one, as I said, is just absolutely gorgeous. It's got everything you'd want, and it looks like it would match my Flying V. So I'm just going to leave that there. If any of you want to buy it though, this is going to cost you 1,563 euros. I'm going to say around $1,600 if you wanted to pick this up. It does come with swapped out pickups, but you can always put back in the Super 70s if you can get your hands on some. So this is a very cool guitar though. I like these a lot. Check out the guitar wish list we did for this one. It's a part of a very cool series from Ibanez. And if you dig Ibanez guitars, you definitely want to be checking these out. Now, guitar number 3 is actually 2 guitars. Yeah, it's guitar number 3 and 4, I guess. But these I'm highlighting because there is a cool story behind them and because there's a little bit of a good deed being done. So we're talking about a 1982 Gibson Les Paul and a 1999 Gibson SG. They're both signed by the one and only Slash from Guns N' Roses, Velvet Revolver, and so on and so forth. You know, that guy who was in Guitar Hero. He's pretty cool. He makes guitar seem easy and, you know, some of the most iconic riffs of all time. Now, the Les Paul is the big hitter here. It is a 1982 Les Paul. Which is Cherry Sunburst again. So that color is popping up again and again this week. It's a 1982, as I said. It's signed by Slash and it has a Scully feature on it and it's dated 2022 because he did sign it this year. The SG is 99 and it has the same inscription as well, slash, has the Scully signature and 2022 on it. Now, so these are actually being sold, both of them, to help raise funds for a medical bill for a gentleman who has come across some hard times and needs to obviously pay his medical bills. So as a friend of Slash, they got these guitars done and this is what they're looking for. So the Les Paul, 1982, as I said, so it's about 40 years old at this stage. It's going to cost you right now 19,538 euros. I'm going to say 19,750 in dollars. And then, but the SG, if you want to buy a Slash signed SG, you're going to pay 8,791. So about $9,000 for that one. So that one, though, I mean, Slash is not known, of course, for playing SGs, although I think that might change because he is playing one on tour and recently. So eventually he will be more known for playing other Gibsons other than just Les Pauls. So these are kind of cool. I like what they're doing here with them. The Norlin era Les Pauls are cool. Plus these also come with a package like Appetite for Destruction book and some pictures and some like other memorabilia and some letters to prove that they were actually signed by Slash himself. So they're kind of interesting. Whether they're worth 20 grand and 9 grand, that's up to you. But I think they're pretty cool, so they're making it onto Guitars of the Week for this week. 2 guitars left, and the fourth and penultimate one is this little number from Fender. It is the Fender Tele Acoustic. Now, this is a guitar, again, made in Japan. In fact, there seems to be quite a lot of made in Japan guitars on this episode. But yeah, this was the very first iteration of anything Acoustasonic-like. And it happened way back in 1993. In fact, these were made between 1993 and 1997. So, you know, there were just quite a few of them were made at the time. They're a very cool guitar. As you can tell, there is a lace sensor pickup in the neck position. And there's a piezo as well, I believe, in the bridge. You can blend them into, you know, fairly similar sounding idea there to the Acoustasonic and so forth. These though are a little bit cheaper. So this is a spruce model. I think there was a black one and there was a three color sunburst as well. So yeah, kind of what you'd expect from a Telecaster. It's a maple construction. It's got a maple neck. It's got a spruce top. It's got a rosewood fretboard. And it's pretty cool. These cost you about 1,548 euros, so $1,600 or so. Cooler alternative to the Acoustasonic if you're in that market, something a little bit cool, and it's made in Japan. So you can't go wrong with a made in Japan guitar in my book. As I said, these are something a little bit different as well, and from the early to mid 90s, so definitely worth checking those out. Now, of course, on Guitars of the Week, we're kind of going across all of the price ranges, so we're starting low and we go up to the higher ones. So something for everybody. And the final guitar on Guitars of the Week this week is this beautiful or9. Yeah, it's a 2006 Gibson 1959 reissue, or 9 as we call it. And what else needs to be said? It's beautiful, it's blue, it's got 6 strings on it. Fantastic. You don't need to know anything else. It is what it is. Of course, this is a custom shop guitar. It's absolutely beautiful. And there's a few things to look out for though. So one thing I noticed on this listing, which is, by the way, 6,350 euros. So maybe what, $6,500? They mentioned that there's no COA with this. That's a little bit of an issue for me. I would probably be like, hey guys, where's the COA? So I'll be talking to these before actually putting in a bid for it. But I do think it's a beautiful guitar. You don't see them looking this great that often. You know, the ocean blue, it just looks phenomenal. So I had to put it in the episode for this week. So guys, those are my guitars of the week for this week. I'll be back with another guitar of the week next Friday. I'll also have guitar wish lists will be out on Monday. 3 Chord Dave Live is taking a break this Saturday, but we'll be back the following week to have some laughs and fun and jokes and everything and all kinds of stuff. Because of course it'll be NAMM that week, so check that out. That's going to be cool. Don't forget to hit the links for all these guitars in the description below. Everything is there for you to check out and other ways you can support the channel as well. Thanks for joining me. I've been 3 Chord Dave. I'll see you on the next one.